So it seems fitting that tonight would be the night. It is September 24th. So Mr. Marcellus has been executed by the state of Missouri unjustly. He has been murdered. Governor Parsons did not do what he could have to stop the murder. It was very just unjust. And so I finished the Mindfuck series today also, and I love the series. Such good writing. St. Abby, for her darker novels. She's got 3 pen names, I believe, but St. Abby is what's on the book. It was just so good, and I think for me, it healed a part of me. It sounds so weird because I don't even like watching horror films. I don't like scary movies. I don't like anything dark or scary, but I'm finding that I'm liking the dark romance. And this is why you shouldn't judge a book before you read it, or have strong opinions. Because if I would have listened to some of the other people who were like, oh, it's dark, it's, dark romance or dark whatever it's classified as, it's dangerous, don't read it, I would have never been impacted by this series. And so I'm going to tie it into kind of what we're going through in America in real time for those of us who are aware of what happened in Missouri with the murder of an innocent man by lethal injection, capital punishment, the death penalty, tonight. But this story, if nothing else, was a story of this is what happens when the systems that humanity set in place, patriarchy set in place, fails. And when I say failed, I mean it fails in the sense of it does what it was intended to do, which is protect those in power, men typically. And not that the story, a young man was hurt, a boy was hurt, but I'm saying typically it's those in power. So whatever the structure of power hierarchy is, this system supports and protects those people first. And this is what happens when that system fails to enact justice. People will take it into their own hands, and they should. And to me, those who are most courageous and focused, and who don't just get just annihilated by their own grief and by their own trauma, those who can compartmentalize it and focus it will be the ones to really change this world. And that's what this main character, Lana, that's what she represented, as well as Jake. That is what they represented. And it was such a healing read for anyone who's ever gone through trauma or injustice, and the system failed you, and it failed you, and it failed you, and you feel like there's nothing you can do, and that no one stepped up to do the right thing, and you don't feel strong enough, or you just, whatever, you can't fix it. This book, to me, brings some light and some healing to that, and it just makes you feel finally, justice. Some people call it revenge, but whatever, I call it justice. Justice was enacted, and the right people won. And I think in light of real life events, I needed to read that book at this time to not feel so shattered and heartbroken, because I know yes, people die, but that revenge, that will for justice, lives in people through love. So not to say I support some of the contents of the book, doing that in real life, of course not, that's whatever, but the theme, the point of the story, it makes you think, and it really makes you want to get things right. It makes you want to do the right thing because you see the consequences that trauma can really have on somebody. So anyway, five stars. one of the best series I think I'll probably ever read. Like, I'm not a big like series fantasy girl, but yeah, that's if definitely trigger warning, so I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, definitely go read it. Like, educate yourself. Do not go in blind, especially if you've experienced trauma or you're sensitive to sensitive subjects. Do not go in blind. Please be 18 or older, but definitely do the research and see if it's something that's for you. But I had to give a little review, and I'm not feeling like peppy and happy tonight, and that's okay. I'm feeling reflective and very introspective tonight, and I thought it's probably a good tone for the type of series and book that I read and I'm giving a review for. So anyway, bye bookish babes. I hope you guys read it, but I also hope you don't. If it's not something, that would be good for your mental, then don't read it. But you guys know what I mean. All right.